Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're underway from Kansas City. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Allen on the play action. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked up by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs will have it right at the opposing 30 after the interception, and that return on top of it. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd. Especially as a quarterback, it's your job to quiet that home crowd. But an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Yellow.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Kaiir Elam getting there for the stop. It's a 5-yard gain, and that brings up 3rd and 7.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back. 3rd down coming up.
Attack, attack! Attack, attack! Hey, 43, 43, 15. Watch out!
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Cut near the goal line. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Offense up to the line fast. He gets another shot here. And he's in for the touchdown. The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Butker on now to kick this one away. Ty Johnson now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Driving gains with a run by Johnson. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
From the 29. Complete to Coleman. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st down, Allen. He rolls to his right. He's got this complete to James Cook. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They have it on 2nd and short. He's got Khalil Shakir. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Oh, my, it's intercepted in the end zone.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness.
From a building that can get louder than almost any in the National Football League, this is GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Here's Harrison Butker ready to get this one started, and we're underway from Kansas City. Return starts from the goal line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. He gives it Pacheco to start the drive. And he's brought down for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
15.
Here's 2nd and 11. That's incomplete left side. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Hey, Sunday. Yellow. I don't need to.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down.
I don't need to. Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Every defense in this league is going to sign up for a 3-and-out to begin a ball game. But to send them off the field, to really add that extra tone setter by backing them up with a sack, well, that's the cherry on top of that 3-and-out.
The Chiefs looking to punt on 4th down, so on comes Matt Araiza to handle it. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Off play action, it's Mahomes. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. They go play action, it's Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted. And the Chiefs take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage, impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
Now a give left side to Pacheco. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. A type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Play action, Mahomes. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A pickup there of 33 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Offense in the hurry up here. Second down run by Pacheco. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. It's Pacheco on 3rd. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. It's a 4-yard run. Wow, it leaves him just a yard short on 4th down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Mahomes to throw for it. Oh, it's the screen. Pass complete. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive gain, but a big one as they get the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain that time, and they'll have 2nd and goal.
A tie in baseball, Kate, well, we know it goes to the runner. A tie at the line of scrimmage on a sneak, well, in this case, it goes to the defense.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Pistol now for Mahomes. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And he makes the house goal. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. I don't know about about you, Brock, but I could almost feel them going through the 5 stages of grief over on that sideline, watching their would-be touchdown pass in 6 points return the entire way to the opposite end zone for 6 on the other side of the board.
You just don't really believe it's happening until he's about 30, 40 yards into his return, and then you're just powerless. Kate, just over 40 times in the history of the NFL this has happened.
Wow.
What a return to add to that list.
That one right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Hardman with a return. They'll have a long field ahead of him, partner, as he's wrapped up shy of the 15. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Yellow.
From the 16. Escapes the pocket. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Well, that throw just gets away from the quarterback a little bit, and he couldn't stay in the field to play. It's tough to blame him, though. He's got to leave the pocket, and he really had some tough circumstances to try and push that one down the field.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Yellow, yellow. 15. Come back.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Vacates quickly left side. Complete beyond the marker. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing is Mahomes. Has his man. It's Pacheco. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Here's 2nd and 14. Rolling out to his left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down.
Yellow. Yellow, 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 yellow. 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 Attack, attack. Attack.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. No return on that punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Reed now to kick this one away. Nicole Hardman now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Running left with Pacheco. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield. And a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Hey, 57, 57.
Throwing now off play action. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Yellow, yellow.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Yellow.
Blitz coming, Mahomes. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Easy. Yellow.
He'll throw it. Hauled in by Rice. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the first instead. A give right side. Here's Pacheco. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First down, and they go right back to him. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. It's Pacheco again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with third down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Running back sent in motion.
Yellow.
Third down, it's Mahomes. That's caught for the first. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. They kick the running back in motion.
Attack!
First down from the red zone. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Watson. And the Chiefs get a great return up close to their own 30 before they're able to drag him down. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now.
Yeah.
They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. On 2nd and 10 now, Mahomes. He's on the move. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. But the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Right back to Pacheco. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw. Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Back to throw it. Pass complete, screenplay. They stun the defense with a gain of 14 on 4th down and pick up the 1st.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Rice, the motion man right. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs losing by 7. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Man in motion, headed right. Back to Pacheco here on 2nd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down. going now.
Whether they meant to go to him or it was an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for it and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9.
Hey, yellow, hey, go. 15. Yellow. Attack.
Now to throw. That's cut beyond the marker. Touchdown, Kansas City. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
In the 11th hour, now a point after try to tie this game. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Reed now to kick this one away. Hardman with a return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yellow. Attack.
Back to throw. Finds his man Rice. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone in the line.
Yellow. Attack.
Here he is to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had, and incompletion is still pretty good for the defense.
Yellow. Hey, ribble it. 15. Attack.
He'll look to throw it. And that's caught by Hollywood Brown. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone in the line. Setting up to pass. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds after a nice pickup to the 10. It's a 31-yard play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. That one is good. And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Hardman with a return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Right. Yellow.
Play action, Mahomes. Bails out of the pocket quick. A bit of desperation on this thing. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Chiefs make the play that should win them this game. A pretty tough play for him to make right there, partner.
And such a fascination with these kind of plays today, Kate.
There is, rolling that direction, but it is hard for him to deliver a pass at full power. I mean, my stomach's hurting just watching him try to get those hips around, and it is indeed picked off.
Because fundamentally, it's so unsound. It's why these passes will be underthrown, not having enough velo float in the air. You know, fun is in the fundamentals, right? It's the first 3 letters of fundamentals. It's fun because it leads to success. You take this kind of risk, well, it can blow up in your face as it did right there.
Running is Pacheco. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So score this a win for the Chiefs. And they got the field goal when it mattered most. And that kicked the difference in the game and what lets them leave here with a victory. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City. Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
Ball teed up, Austin Seibert out for the kick. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
No touch that. No touch.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Michael Walker.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, here we go. Second down. Back to throw. Hurts. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Hurts trying again on second down. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And this one doesn't go far.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Hurts throwing again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
They need a lot here, but still going for it on 4th and 15.
Hey, easy, 63, bang.
On 4th down, Hurts. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked by Derek Forrest. And the Commanders get it back with a nice return to boot down inside the 30. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate, in this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth. Who's going to respond next?
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. Only working a couple of yards past the line. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Play fake here, Daniels. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Robinson. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Commanders pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. And he misses on the extra point, so a good start for their offense, but not for him kicking it. Score stays at 6-0. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. First and 10 now from the 30.
Great. Set. No touch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
No touch. Set. No touch.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles tie it up late in the first. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
Now the Eagles readying to attempt a 2-point conversion. He's throwing for it! And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Jamison Crowder on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Ready?
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle. 1 quarter down for these 2 NFC East teams. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Red.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Great. Set. No touch.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
No touch.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He'll cobble together a yard there. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and
73. 73. No touch.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down, a run with Barkley. And it's a gain on the run, down to the 23. The rookie out of Washington making that tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
No touch that. No touch.
They go to Barkley again. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
Great.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here's Barkley, and he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
No touch.
Hurts. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Great. Set. No touch.
He'll try to do it himself. And the hit stuffs him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
No touch that. No touch.
This time he's looking to throw. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off. That's Bobby Wagner.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
Get it.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
Go.
Drops to a knee, and that pesky final second runs off. So we're to the end of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Touching 18. Cougar 19. Cavalier. Go street.
Running left is Robinson. 16 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
Here we go, here we go.
First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to beat him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Hawk 70, Hawk 2. Warrior 70. Ready.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive. Because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Third and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Here we go.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. A give left side. Here's Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
19 tight. Street. Mustang 19. Craft going.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does two things. Number one, it strikes fear in the defense. And number two, you gain respect of your teammates.
Come on. Ready.
Third down give to Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. After three quarters, we're still neck and neck. Neither side has been able to fully separate. It's a tie ball game through three. We'll see which side separates here in the fourth. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2.
Ready. Trap 50. 7 Pirates. Check, Matt. 18 Rattlers.
Back to throw it. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Great. Go.
First down throwing for Hurts. Short pass brought in. Has some daylight through the 40. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. To the ground with Barkley. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Running is Barkley. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They managed a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. He'll throw it. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Mike Samra still makes the play. And the Commanders will be set up great after a terrific return down inside the 15.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six. Yeah, it stinks for the offense, but that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it. But that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up 1st and goal. Going power with a big tight end. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That's up and through for the point after. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
No touchdown. No touchdown.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Chased out to his right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
No touchdown.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. That is Michael Davis. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders double their lead to 14.
Commanders 20, Eagles 6. Austin Seibert set to kick off.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Hurts back to the air after the pick. Completed here to Uzama. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On first down, Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Hurts throwing again. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn has got it. And the Commanders take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. The team total is now up to 5.